Mica Galvao and Kade Ruotolo, two young and talented Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu phenoms, both had the opportunity to make history at the recent ADCC Championships in September 2022 by becoming the youngest ever ADCC champion. Mica, who was only 18 years old at the time, was considered one of the favourites going into the competition due to his impressive track record.
Yeah, I think for guys under 20, I think he's going to be like my top pick as far as people who impress me most on a technical level.
He started training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at just 2 years old and received his blue belt at the age of 15. Only 2.5 years later, he was promoted to black belt, which is virtually unheard of in our sport. Since then, he had won multiple world titles, Brazilian nationals, and the ADCC trials of Brazil, amongst other prestigious competitions. Similarly, Kade Ruotolo, along with his twin brother Tai, have been competing in jiu-jitsu competitions since they were just 3 years old. Kade had already won multiple world titles in the coloured belts and other standout no-gi events such as Who's Number One and the EBI Combat Jiu-Jitsu Championships. Kade was well known for his dynamic passing and dart attacks as well as his emerging leg entanglement game. Both Mica and Kade were in the stacked under 77 kilo division, which included the likes of Nicky Ryan, JT Torres, Lachlan Giles, Dante Leon and Roberto Jimenez amongst others. This was one of the most challenging divisions to call in the entire tournament, and the stakes had never been higher as it was the biggest jiu-jitsu tournament to date. In Kade's first round match, he faced Lachlan Giles, who had already won an ADCC bronze medal and was a legendary Aussie grappler who had beaten the heavyweight ADCC champion the year he won his bronze, Kainan Duarte. Kade managed to catch Lachlan with an armbar from north-south 8 minutes into the match. Mica's first round matchup was against John Danaher black belt, Oliver Taza.
Mica Galvao, Oliver Taza, live from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Taza put up a great fight, but Mica managed to score a takedown and a back take late into the match to secure his place into the next round.
Trying to finish that.
In Kade's second round matchup, he faced Roberto Jimenez, who had already won the South American trials and had beaten Kade by rear naked choke in their last match the year before.
There's the finish.
The rear naked.
After a back and forth battle,
and looking for the Uchimata over the back with the leg.
Kade caught Roberto with an inside heel hook and won the match in just 1 minute and 53 seconds.
And he gets a tap!
Mica faced IBJJF gi and no-gi world champion Renato Canuto in his second round matchup, who had beaten one of the favourites to win the division, Nicky Ryan, in the first round. Although the match was short, there were some great exchanges, with Canuto managing to escape a devastating heel hook attempt.
Renato is doing what he can to extract his knee.
The heel slipping, yeah, it slipped.
There it is, Renato Canuto is out.
Mica then doing what he does best.
Oh, Mica diving on an arm now.
Caught Canuto with an armbar in a scramble to move him into the next round. Both Mica and Kade made it to the semi-finals with only PJ Barch and Dante Leon standing in their way. Kade faced PJ, who had taken out both Tommy Langaka and JT Torres on his way to the semis. Kade managed to secure another armbar close to 9 minutes into the match, which was later voted the best match in the tournament across all weight divisions.
He's back on it! That's it!
Mica faced Dante Leon, whom he'd narrowly defeated in a Who's Number One event earlier that year. The match was challenging, with the IBJJF no-gi world champion matching Mica every step of the way. After successfully securing a takedown, Mica went 2 points up in the match. Dante then responded close to the end of the fight with 2 points of his own, but then after reviewing the footage, the referee controversially removed the 2 points right before the end of the match,
And they did it at the last second.
posting Mica's ticket to the finals and setting up a match with Kade. The stage was set for a historic moment in ADCC history, as two young competitors, Kade and Mica, stepped onto the mats for the under 77 kg final. Both had shown remarkable skill and determination to make it this far, defeating some of the best competitors in the division along the way. The match began with Kade showcasing his excellent wrestling skills and setting up his signature dart attacks with precision. Meanwhile, Mica remained calm under pressure, seamlessly escaping from bad positions and always looking to take the back or enter into the legs. In the early stages of the match, both competitors had close calls with submissions, with Mica securing a tight calf slicer and Kade attempting to counter with a heel hook.
There is a calf slicer here from that position too. Mica in on deep there.
This is a good counter for Kade, though. The problem with that calf slicer is that you can leave your other leg open for an attack, and that's kind of what's going on right now.
However, neither could quite seal the deal. As the minutes ticked by, it looked like the match would go to an overtime with neither athlete able to score any points. But then, with just under 8 minutes left on the clock, Mica once again entered into the legs, only for Kade to follow suit and snatch an inside heel hook with lightning speed.
Oh, he's and Kade Ruotolo just submitted Mica Galvao.
With no choice but to tap, Mica was defeated, and Kade emerged victorious as the youngest ever ADCC champion. Not only had Kade beaten everyone in his path, he'd done it by submitting them all. He had a 100% submission rate throughout the tournament. He was able to showcase his exceptional skills at the highest level. Although Mica suffered a loss, his remarkable talent and unwavering determination were on full display. There is no doubt that we will witness these two competitors face off many more times in the future, creating a series of unforgettable matches and thrilling moments to come, I'm sure. I think it's safe to say that the future of Jiu-Jitsu looks bright.